A broke designer, rent overdue, credit cards maxed out, no investors, no safety net. Just an apartment with empty space and a problem that needed solving. That pressure didn't break him, it built him. Brian Chesky turned personal survival into a global revolution and transformed a simple air mattress on the floor into a $100 billion hospitality empire. Brian Chesky was born on August 29, 1981, in Niskayuna, New York. He wasn't born into wealth. He wasn't coding at age 5. He wasn't trading stocks in middle school. He loved art, hockey, and design. That's important because his journey doesn't start in finance. It starts in creativity. He studied industrial design at the Rhode Island School of Design, where he met Joe Gebbia, two designers. Not tech geniuses, not Wall Street sharks, designers who believed experience matters. After graduation, Chesky moved to Los Angeles chasing creative opportunities, but it didn't work out. He eventually moved to San Francisco to live with Joe, and this is where struggle entered the picture. In 2007, San Francisco was hosting a big design conference. Hotels were fully booked, completely packed. Chesky and Joe were broke and couldn't afford rent, so they had a crazy idea. What if they rented out air mattresses in their apartment to conference attendees? They called it Air Bed and Breakfast. 3 guests showed up. They made $1,000. That moment wasn't just about money, it was validation. Strangers were willing to sleep in someone else's home if the experience felt safe and welcoming. Most people would have stopped there. Quick cash, problem solved. But Chesky saw something bigger. He saw unused space everywhere. Empty rooms, empty homes. A world of underutilized assets. And he realized this wasn't about air mattresses. It was about belonging. They launched the website. Growth was slow, painfully slow. Investors rejected them again and again. Some said strangers will never stay in other strangers' homes. Others laughed. At one point, they were so desperate for funding during the 2008 election that they created limited edition cereal boxes called Obama O's and Captain McCain's. They sold them for $40 a box and raised $30,000. That hustle impressed Paul Graham from Y Combinator. He invested. That small check changed everything. Chesky learned a powerful lesson during those early days. Don't build what investors want, build what users love. He and Joe personally went door to door in New York, meeting hosts, taking professional photos of apartments themselves, and improving listings manually. That hands-on obsession with detail increased bookings dramatically. Design thinking wasn't just about logos and colors, it was about trust. Clean photos, clear communication, seamless experience. They weren't just renting rooms, they were designing trust between strangers. Nathan Blecharczyk, the technical co-founder, built the platform's backbone while Chesky focused on vision and user experience. The trio balanced each other. Creativity, technology, strategy. That combination turned a scrappy idea into a global movement. Then came explosive growth. Airbnb expanded city by city, country by country. By 2011, they were in 9 countries. By 20, they were valued at $10 billion. Hotels started to panic. Governments questioned regulations. Lawsuits appeared. Critics argued it was unsafe. Chesky didn't run. He leaned in. He built safety systems, reviews, verification processes, and customer support teams. He understood that scaling trust was harder than scaling software. Leadership tested him again in 2020 when COVID-19 hit. Travel stopped. Revenue dropped 80% almost overnight. Imagine building a global travel empire and suddenly no one can travel. Many thought Airbnb would collapse. Chesky made older decisions. He laid off 25% of the workforce. But he did something rare in corporate history. He wrote a transparent, emotional letter explaining why. He gave generous severance packages, extended health care, helped employees find new jobs. That moment redefined him as a leader. Compassion in crisis. Instead of giving up, he refocused the company. He simplified the platform, cut distractions, strengthened core offerings. When travel returned, Airbnb came back stronger. In December 2020, Airbnb went public. On IPO day, the company's valuation crossed $100 billion. Brian Chesky officially became a multi-billionaire. The same guy who once sold cereal to survive was now one of the youngest self-made billionaires in the world. But what makes his journey powerful isn't just the numbers, it's the mindset. Chesky doesn't think like typical CEOs. He sees himself as a designer of systems and experiences. He believes companies should feel like communities. He famously said, "Culture is simply a shared way of doing something with passion." He built Airbnb around belonging, the idea that you can feel at home anywhere. Financially, his wealth mostly comes from Airbnb stock. When the company thrives, his net worth rises. When markets fall, it drops. That's real entrepreneurship. His wealth is tied to value creation, not salary extraction. He didn't build Airbnb to flip it. He built it to last. There are key lessons here for anyone chasing financial freedom. First, your background doesn't limit your ceiling. Designer or developer, broke or privileged, the market rewards value. Second, obsession with user experience beats flashy marketing. Third, resilience during rejection is non-negotiable. Chesky was rejected by investors multiple times. He kept refining, not quitting. Fourth, crisis can either destroy you or redefine you. In 2020, he chose reinvention. Today, Airbnb hosts millions of listings worldwide. From tree houses to castles to city apartments, it reshaped how the world travels. It challenged billion-dollar hotel chains without owning a single building. That's leverage. That's platform thinking. And that's the future of wealth creation. Brian Chesky's story proves something powerful. Billionaire journeys don't start with money. They start with perspective. He looked at a simple problem: rent due, hotels full, and saw a global opportunity. He didn't wait for perfect conditions. He started with what he had: an apartment, air mattresses, courage. The next time you think your idea is too small, remember this: Airbnb began with 3 guests sleeping on the floor. Now it connects millions of strangers across continents. Wealth isn't built in comfort. It's built in uncertainty, creativity, and relentless belief. And maybe the real lesson isn't about becoming a billionaire. It's about building something so valuable that the world can't ignore it. Brian Chesky didn't chase money. He chased better design, deeper trust, and stronger community. The billions followed. That's how you turn air to empire.